Well, every other form that Link gets turned into is because of a dead, well, somebody died, right? Like the Goron because of Dermina or whatever his name was died, and then the Zora because Maku died. I would say it's because of him. Well, I think that tree there, that Dooku, is actually the butler's son, because you hear later in the game that
you remind him of your son, and in the book there's much evidence to support that.
Now this is interesting, because notice how it goes all upside down and stuff like that,
Flips.
and then you go in here.
And then it shuts.
Which means that right there, it's kind of wavy and stuff like that. You could almost argue that it's like a dream, and say that this is all a dream made up by Link. It's kind of like I read something once where somebody said that that Termina didn't exist before Link entered. Link didn't necessarily create it, but it didn't exist until he entered it. Exactly.
There's much evidence to support that theory. I have another theory. I believe that Termina, was created by the Happy Mask salesman after he lost the Majora's Mask, because he knew the destructive power the mask could do. So he wanted to create a world where he could trap and confuse Majora so he couldn't endanger the lives of real humans. But that's just one theory. And the reason I think this is because I've read the Majora's Mask book that's based off this game. And he says once I get the mask back, I'll have no use for this world anymore. So, hard to say. Now he, right here, is telling Link that he knows how to turn him back into a human. But only if he gets the Ocarina of Time back, and he gets the Majora's Mask back for him.
But, I mean, really, he can't expect you as a Dooku to get the mask back.
No.
Like, let's be honest here. Dooku Tree's not gonna fucking kill Majora.
Yeah, exactly. But he is actually expecting you to do that, and in 3 days.
Yes. Which is probably the most retarded thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah. It's very interesting, though. Because it does support the theory of death.
Yeah.
Because Link has to do all this before he dies.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't, he will die.
Yeah. Dawn of the first day.
72 hours remain, folks. And here we are in South Clocktown. Clocktown, I love this part because it's not a castle, it's not a city, it's just a little town in the middle of nowhere.
Yes.
Like,
also the only game to not feature
the royal family.
Royal Family or Ganondorf.
Or Princess Zelda, for that matter. Really.
Other than one small cutscene.
Yeah.
Which is in this part of the game. Probably what we should do for this is just find all the items and then edit out everything until... Because then that would cut out a good hour of shit that doesn't need to be put up.
Exactly. We're gonna go find the Great Fairy because Tattle just told us she might know how to, like, stop the Skull Kid. And this statue is really cool because it says, "Ye who hold the sacred sword, leave proof of our encounter," which gives us even more proof of this is the Link from Ocarina of Time, because the sacred sword was always held by Link from that game. One of our more annoying characters in the game.
Yeah. This kid, or this guy. The thing I get is, how does he know about fairies when it's obvious that he was never in Hyrule? Because I don't think any of these anybody in this land was actually in Hyrule.
Except for the Happy Mask salesman, but he knows that.
So, and I've never seen...
The Kokiri don't exist in Chimera either.
Which would make it so that fairies wouldn't exist either. So...
I don't really get what this guy's deal is or how he knows this stuff.
I would say maybe he's probably a good chance that he's just some weird-ass guy.
Yeah.
Probably drunk most of the time.
But he could know about fairies, I guess, because of...
A theory.
Yeah.
Or because of the Skull Kid.
But other than that...
Because you remember there is a cutscene after we leave that it shows Tattle, Teal, and the Skull Kid drawing on a tree in Termina before the mask.
That's true. That is true. The Great Fairy is not here, it says.
Which actually kind of makes my theory, or the whole theory of Termina not existing before Link entered it a little strange, because it had to have, or else that never would have happened.
Exactly.
And that would mean that it would have been able to travel to and from. I guess I'd forgotten about that part.
I think the Skull, well, like with my theory too, is I think the Skull Kid knows that he's not in Hyrule, but I think a lot of it is he doesn't know which world is real, and he's assuming this one is the real one, and that's why he's attacking this one.
That could be it too.
Now, we gotta go find the last stray fairy. Now, in dungeons, you'll have to find multiple ones to get upgrades.
But, I mean, really, the Skull Kid couldn't attack Hyrule, in a sense. Because the goddesses rule over it.
That is also a good idea.
Because, I mean, he wouldn't have the power to do that. He's not like Ganondorf. Majora's Mask.
Ganondorf was blessed by the goddesses for some reason, too, with their power.
And he got a hold of the Triforce.
Yeah.
So, the Majora he's not as powerful.
Majora is a god, in the sense. He's a demon. And when we get to the Stone Tower later on in the game, we will have lots to discuss about what is going on there, and what is going on in Chimera. Because that Stone Tower, I think, holds a lot of secrets in this game.
Did you ever do in the Grand Canyon there, you can do the fight the 4 pose from the Forest Temple in Ocarina of Time?
Yeah, that's cool. And here we have a large-breasted woman. Now she is going to offer you the same magic power that you would use with your sword, but instead you get to blow bubbles.
Which is pretty gay, not gonna lie.
That's different. But let's face it, it's better than not having any powers.
That's true. It's better than only being able to spin.
Yeah. And I just fast-forwarded through that because she tells you the same thing every fairy does. When you're weary, go back and see her.
Yeah, I find you can fast-forward through a lot more conversations in this game than you can in Ocarina of Time.
I think that was one of the complaints they got from Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, because once you play through once, you don't need to read every conversation.
Exactly.
Can you get that piece of heart yet? I don't think you can.
No, you gotta be a kid.
Yeah, because you can't jump far enough.
Exactly. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot down.
Wrong thing, but...
No, I want to get the map.
Oh, okay.
Because it's only 5 rubies, I figure we might as well.
You also see Tingle in Wind Waker. I don't think...
He'll charge us a damn fortune for C-chart translation.
Yeah.
Unbelievably unnecessary part of the game.
Yeah, and you have to do it to beat the game.
Yeah, you can't not do it.
Well, you might be able to do it if you've already beaten the game before. And then we'll just remember where everything is, but...
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is.
Now, we have to do this part with the kids so we can get the code to go underground.
I hate these kids.
Yeah. Now, I'll be capturing half of them, and Dustin Mac will be capturing the other.
Half of 5?
I'll capture 3. The fact that they run kind of pisses me off. Like,
they can get in behind that soldier, too, and then you can't get to them.
I try to cut them off the other way so they can't.
Yeah. Leader.
On our way to the next spot, I'll show you why we're doing this. Actually, you have to do this twice in the game to get something.
Yeah, because they don't give you the book the first time.
Yeah, they don't make you an official member. They just give you the code.
Because you're not human, which is kind of racist.
Yeah, just a bit. But they are kids, so...
Racist. Notice how there's no black people.
That's true. I thought about it that way. In order, because we find out that we need to get on top of the clock tower to find Majora, but this guy won't let it. We can't climb up there. The only way to get up there is by using this guy's flower pot, but he won't let us use it. He says it's his private property, and he's not gonna let us use it unless we pay him or give him something to trade for it. So we're doing this so we can get down to the tunnels and find something to get it back up.
There's just one here.
Yeah.
Then the other two are in East Clocktown. Because there's none in North.
No, south, you mean?
Or, yeah, sorry.
That one was easy. Also, if you try to leave, the soldiers won't let you.
So gay.
It is.
I still can't get used to this fucking thing.
Well, I can't get used to the GameCube controller. Because I played through all these with the classic.
Yeah. See, I don't own a Wii, so...
Yeah. That's just it.